everyone, and thank you very much for the opportunity to address the meeting today. I must also sincerely apologize for missing the opportunity at the time. One of my colleagues was supposed to be here, but there is something we are managing, but the important thing is we're here now. So thank you very much. You've already started the program, and I joined you at a time. In fact, I did join a session upstairs, which I thought was this session, where we were talking about well-being of the economies, and we're talking about financialization of the South African economy and so on and so forth. But this conversation that we're talking about is how innovation has been is very relevant for sustainable development. And I would like to say a little bit about the role of the CSIR in sustainable development. My colleague Linda has already spoken to what we've been doing with our counterparts at the DST around the question of waste. So I will talk ever so briefly at a high level about what has been preoccupying our minds as the CSIR in this space. Of course, the CSIR, like any other research and technology organization, has a public mandate, and ours is to drive scientific and technological innovation for industrial development, but also for socio-economic development to improve the quality of life of the people. So you can imagine the challenges that we face between trying to support and sustain the industrial sector, but as well supporting what we call a developing economy and supporting a capable government. These are the things that preoccupy us. Part of that conversation has obviously to do with what does our mandate tell us? We are here because of an act of parliament that says we are here for better utilization of the resources of the Republic, the improvement of the productive capacity of our population. We talk about improvement of technical processes, methods, and so on to improve industrial performance. We think about the promotion and expansion of existing as well as the establishment of new industries. And we think about standardization in industry and commerce, as well as fostering and training of manpower. These things, when you look at them deeply, are fundamentally as well at the heart of industrial development, sustainable industrial development. But of course, when it's sustainable, it must meet certain criteria. And there's criteria that we have put down for ourselves as the things that we would want to achieve. We have a country that is currently and presently facing a challenge, rather what we call the triple challenge. I believe my colleagues would have spoken to it, to do with poverty, inequality, and unemployment. And a lot of these things have their roots deeply entrenched in the legacy of our country, of course, through apartheid and so on and so forth. So when we, as the CSIR, talk about what it is that we ought to be doing in the space of sustainable development, we speak about opportunities for opportunities for an inclusive economy. We talk about what Linda has just presented on, opportunities for a secular economy where we aspire to achieve zero waste. We speak about aspirations towards low carbon energy. We speak about, obviously, opportunities presented by the digital society. We want to participate in global value chains. We want a healthy and secure South Africa. These are parts of the things that we need to work on, focus on, and talk about. We talk about as well the things that we ought to balance, and I think I have highlighted quite a few. And when we talk about industry in South Africa, obviously, we're talking about everything from extraction of natural resources, in which our economy is based, value addition through manufacturing, and the services sector, and of course, the underlying and underpinning service support. When we think about these things, we think of them from a perspective of how is it that we can bring innovations in health, in manufacturing, in all the sectors in which we focus to bring sustainability. So we're here today as the CSIR to welcome the delegates in this room to a conversation that then says, how do we put our minds together to foster local and global partnerships in dealing with issues of sustainable development to address the triple challenges that I've spoken to today. So on that note, I just want to leave it there and suffice it to say, we continue to try and package our offering as an innovation institution that looks to address the challenges of market failures from an industrial performance perspective to a social performance perspective, where we absorb and attract innovations, diffuse them into new and existing industries, but as well thinking about all dimensions of sustainability. And so on that note, let me leave that there and just thank everyone for being here with us this morning, and perhaps we can carry on the conversation in the next session. Thank you very much.